morning, good afternoon, and good evening to every and all metalheads across the world. I'm Nick of the band Eximus, and this is the Metal Incorporated Monthly Recap. This is a new series where I'll be covering all of the news that has happened within the previous month for the union of bands known as Metal Inc. Our goal is to help support and promote underground metal bands across the world and to offer our fans unique experiences and insights. But with so many bands in our collective, there's a lot to cover and a lot that many probably missed. This will be the first of hopefully many recaps to come, so I hope you enjoy. Now let's get right into it. On our first episode of sorts here, we're covering the month of November, which had quite a bit happening outside of just eating turkey and mashed potatoes on Thanksgiving. Starting off, we have an absolutely massive amount of new bands joining the group. Apologies if I mispronounce any of these names. Here they are. Starting off the list, we have Ex-Hoarder and Trouble. You might know them. Also joining the group, we have Venom Incorporated, the reformation of legendary extreme metal band Venom, spearheaded by Jeff Dunn himself. We've got Caging Elliot, Decrypting Humanity, Formag Nitrous, Black Seven, Journey into Darkness, Ananke, Subverter, Scarab, Dirtnap, Cthulhu, Forsaken Age, Witness, Deathrot, Neophytus, Forge the Sun, Sagen, Nemesis, Scythe Beast, One Day in Pain, Gigantomachia, Keymakers, Sincere, Spectral Resonance, Beleth, Psychosane, Diabology, Clinton Necktie, and Hannibal Death Machine. Quite a diverse list, if I say so myself. If any of the names in this list piqued your interest, go give them a listen. I guarantee they'll appreciate it. Now then, on to the main news from this month. Starting us off, our resident satirical fantasy-based symphonic power metal band, Warlock AD, has signed on with Unearthed Music, a management and promotional group for musicians. That's pretty cool. We've also got a physical release from sci-fi-based black metal/death metal band Zetar for their latest album, Devouring Darkness. Next, we've got a new music video coming from Atrial of their single Your Turn from their 2019 EP Havoc. Here's a clip. Up next, we've got a lot of news coming from the band The Cage in Your Head. They've got 2 new singles released, Come Meet the Devil, and The Eater of Worlds. They also had an interview with our friend John of Metal for the Masses Radio. Take a listen.
I can really appreciate that. I want to talk a little bit more about your album. What was the process of writing this album, and what was probably one song that stood out to you the most writing this, or what was a song that maybe it was the most difficult or the easiest to write? What's the process for writing this album, A Light to Some in the Dark?
I hate perfection. I hate trying to create something that is pristine, shiny, and just, I don't like perfect. I understand that we all strive for some things like that, but in the end, if it's too perfect, I resent it. It's like pop music, as you say. It's so pristine, so shined up, so nice, and guess what? It's boring. There's no edge to it. What I like to do is kind of be spontaneous and kind of allow myself to the freedom to kind of do what I'm going to do without putting too much kind of pressure on myself, trying to write and rewrite something into the ground. I just sort of hit record, bro. Be honest with you, I rip out a riff on my guitar, and if I dig it, I put it behind a drum beat, right? And once I get one riff...
Black metal band Atrial has a new single out as well, titled Hell. It's pretty heavy. One of our latest joining bands, Black 7, has a new video for their track Lift Up from their album Look Inside. Real nice instrumental stuff. And lastly, another one of our newcomers, Spectral Resonanze, has a new video for the title track of their 2018 album, Eximus. big shout out to our sponsors and partnerships: True Metal Grilling, congratulations on 1,000 subscribers, guys. Headbanging Wines from Greece, Metal Chopping Block, also on YouTube, and Metal for the Masses Radio on Live 365, where you can hear all of the bands from Metal Inc. on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. EST. Follow those groups and stay tuned here for future collaborations, interviews, and projects with these fine folk. And that brings us to the end of our first monthly recap vid. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, consider subscribing here and or following Metal Incorporated on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or any of our other social media accounts. Be sure to check out the Metal Inc. Spotify playlist, which rotates weekly through all of the bands in our group, and go check out each of the bands individually. It helps us all out immensely. Once again, I'm Nick, and I'll see you all for the next one. Rock on!